Hello Jelly Plate lovers, welcome to this 10th video already of Jelly Plate for Dummies. And today I'm gonna explain to you the Collagraphy method. And to do that we need, of course, a jelly plate. I took a small one. It's not very clean, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to work with pretty dark colors. And we also need, of course, a brayer. I have my old book to clean my brayer on. And we're gonna need also a glue stick, a pair of scissors, and a piece of cardboard that is a little bit bigger than the gel plate. And I'm just going to make some marks of where the jelly plate, what the size of the jelly plate is. So I know that I'm not going out of those lines. Now, we're going to start with a small abstract piece to learn the basics of the Collagraphy method. I've already cut out some circles and squares since we're going to work in an abstract way. And let's start by gluing one of the circles in the middle of the cardboard. Now this paper, it's cheap watercolor paper, but it has texture. This is pretty smooth and this is more textured, and it does make a difference on the gel plate. So for this circle I want it to be smooth on the outside, so I'm going to glue the textured side to the cardboard like this. And let's see, I'm simply going to cut this in 4 pieces. There we go. And how will I put them? Let's say I'm gonna put them like this. So again, I'm gluing them with the textured, oh, it's a difficult word for me, textured side on the cardboard. There. Just an example. I'm not fussing too much about symmetry and perfection. Okay. And this one here. So we have, let's say, 2 layers, the cardboard and the second layer of our pieces here. Now I'm going to add a 3rd layer. Let's make a spiral. For the moment I like spirals, so that could be fun. Not very easy to cut it out. There we go. This should do it. Okay. And I'm going to put the textured side upwards. So I'm just improvising in this moment. I didn't have any plan, whatever. Now put this on so I don't get too much glue on my on my fingers. Okay. You can play with both sides of the paper. And what can we add? Let's just add small triangles in the bigger ones. And that should be enough to show you what we're going to do. 1, 2. You can play with different thickness of paper. You can also do this with copy paper, and the result will be slightly different. You can try that out. Now I have a little bit too much glue. The color that you're taking, the color of your paper is really not important either. So if you have scrap paper of a color that you don't like, you can easily use it. So okay, this is clean, it's not sticky. Now let's take our Gelli Plate, and this is what we call the collagram. Now I'm going to, let's put some black paint on the plate, not too much. Of course I need a piece of copy paper ready here to print on. Then I'm going to brayer this out, nice even layer. As you can see, it's not a very thick layer, it's a little bit translucent. Okay, cleaning my brayer, and now I'm going to put this on top. I will try to put it in the middle, and I give it a good rub. Since my the paper that I glued on was pretty thick, I can really give it a good rub. If you do this too hard with copy paper, that might not be a good idea. So there we go. And now we have to let this dry. Okay, this is dry. It's 2 minutes after, because it's a very thin layer that's on the gel plate. I'm going to take this layer off with some orange and some yellow. There. You don't always have to go until fill the whole Gelli Plate. You can do it a little bit randomly like this, since there's no black paint on the rest. Putting this on, and this will take a couple of minutes, because the black layer is really a very thin layer that has to be picked up by the yellow and the orange layer. Let's see what we have. Okay, the gel plate looks clean, and here is the collagram. The collagram paper. There we are. So now I'm going to show you what difference it makes if you put more paint and if you push not so hard on the cardboard. So you can use this over and over again. That's really the nice thing about collagrams. It's still a monoprint, but well, you can make the same design over and over again. So I'm going to put a little bit more paint. Not happens often that I put that much paint on the plate. Okay, this is really a thick coat. There we go. And now I'm going to put this on again, and I'm going to press, not so hard, just slightly press the cardboard. And then you can try to print it right away, because the paint won't dry as quickly. So let's try to do this right away. You can also wait and do it the same way as this, but the thick coat of paint allows you to pull the print right away. So it's only one layer, so 30 seconds should be enough. Since it's a thick layer, there might be some paint left on the Gelli plate, and that we can use for eventually another print. Okay, this is the print with more paint on. Can you see the difference? Thin coat of paint and a thick coat of paint. And this eventually I can take it off with another coat, another layer of yellow paint. There we go. It's a really thin layer that we are taking off. Let's see, pick up a corner, and there is the third print. Don't ever think that there's not enough paint left on the Gelli plate, because when you actually do the print, you can see that there are some nice textures in there. And here you can see real nicely, I can show you the difference in texture of the paper. You see the spiral and the rest, the other circle. Okay. So we have these three with our same collagraphy. Let me show you some other collagrammes that I made. So we'll put this aside that we made together with different amounts of paint. Now this one is a little bit more complicated. So this is my collagram, this is my cardboard, and there is one, and then the second, well, the cardboard is first layer, then the body of the fly is the second layer, then you have the head, and then two more for the eyes. So this is much more layered, and then you have this result of just drawed the eyes in. And then I have this one that I like very much. I made this last Christmas. So this was the most difficult part. It's an origami star, and then I made my Christmas cards with this. And you can really use this over and over again, but I noticed when I worked to make my Christmas card, you cannot make too many one after the other. You have to allow the collagram to dry, because when the paper gets soaked, the result becomes less clean and less crisp. So There's no problem using it. Like I think I used this one for like 50 times and it's still intact. But I had to let it dry in between some prints. And then this is another abstract one, like we did. So you can change the colors. I like this technique in black and white, and then I play with the amounts of paint to get different results with the same design. For now, this is the last technique that I wanted to show you. I will be back sometime in the future, but I made this series really every week so that you could really follow up these jelly prints for dummies. But if you would like to see more and get more inspiration, I invite you to join my Patreon page. That is right here. And I will also put the link in the comments. I can not thank you enough for watching all my Gelli Plate for Dummies. I hope you enjoyed it and see you later. Bye.